That's what I need to hold on to when I'm scrubbing poop off of training panties. Because seeing my little girl already beginning to talk about and think about Jesus has way more sustaining power for me as a parent than measuring the consistency of her fluid outtake. We've had some hard potty training days this week, and it's like she heard the sermon this morning and wanted to just back me up well. So we literally were going out the door to come here. We're scooping everything up, and she goes, "Daddy, I pooped." And I'm up there at the toilet going. But you know what else happened in the last week and a half? Christy was busy, and I was watching Lydia, and we were hanging out together playing, and she had her little magnetic blocks, and she was making stacks of them, and we were pretending they're different things, and she was talking about church and different things, and I was videoing her just because I thought it was funny to hear her talk about this stuff. And she gives me this stack of blocks. She goes, "Here, Daddy, it's bread." And she'd been talking about God helping her, and she said, "God helps my house. God helps me." I said, "Well, how does God help me?" She goes, "He helps me by giving me bread." I said, "Oh, that's a cool answer." And we did our cheers and tapped the bread and began eating. And I noticed that she got her lump of blocks in one hand, and she starts going like this with the other. She says, "Yeah, He gives me bread. It's the bread in the cup." And I went, "Oh, we're talking about that bread." And so I began to ask her questions. "Well, so what is the bread? What does the bread remind us of?" She goes, "Jesus." "What does the cup remind us of?" "Jesus." I said, "The bread reminds us of His body." She says, "Yes, the body of Christ." Not a bad phrase for almost 3-year-old. And I said, "What's the cup remind us of?" She says, "Jesus again." See, it reminds us of His blood. And she takes her hands and goes, "Yeah, His blood from His hands and from His butt." It's close. Side. And then I said, "Yeah, what does the blood do?" And she goes, "It washes away." And she does the gesture. I said, "What does it wash away?" She said, "Our souls." So we got a little work to do theologically. She has not arrived at a full, clear enunciation of the gospel. But she's getting there. And she's got a lot more down than I thought she did. And she's ambushing me with Jesus and His death.